Hi guys, welcome back to the Pretty Little Book Nerds podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Genevieve,
I'm Danielle.
and we're talking Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I said this about the last book. I'm saying it about this one. I'm going to say it about the next one too. Polarizing.
Yeah, I love this so much. I actually read it so fast too. This one I finished way before you.
Yeah, I think if I wouldn't have gone out of town right as I was getting to like the middle to end, I would have finished it a lot faster.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, no, it was really good. And I did not expect that from me because it's historical fiction. Like I know it kind of says like a love story, but like it's historical fiction and
Mhm.
I rated The Nightingale 3 stars. So, you know, I had low expectations. But
Um, did you say what you rated this one yet?
oh, 5 stars. I don't know if I
Yeah,
said it or
I
not.
gave it 5 stars too.
And I saw that you rated that 5 stars and I was like, "Oh boy."
Oh
We're
yeah.
gonna chat like because I texted you during part of this and I was like, I think I know something that's going on, but I don't know if it's going on. And I want to ask you, but I also don't want to ask you because I want that enjoyment of like finding it out when I'm reading it. And then you were
Yeah.
like, if it's what I think it's about, they don't they don't, you were like, they don't say it outright or something.
Yeah,
Like, and I,
because I think it's supposed to be like a hint too. And like, okay, so
okay, so what did you
let
think I was
let's
talking about then? Wait a minute.
I was just gonna get into the plot.
Oh, go for the, we'll come back.
Okay, so Goodwin, it's takes place in the 60s,
80s.
80s.
Late 70s and early 80s.
Oh, okay, so the 70s. Right. It goes back to when she's like a kid though. And
Does it?
like I thought I did.
I don't remember.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry. I
Something
don't.
else. Okay. So anyway, she joins the NASA's space shuttle program. There's a bunch of other people that join it too. So she's going through like the testing and simulations that they have to go through. So it's like her, um, a few other women and men. So this starts in like 1980 or something. Yeah. So as you and everybody knows, maybe, in the 80s, like it was harder as a woman and they didn't get invited to like join NASA or anything. Um, so already like most of the women are like, I deserve to be here. I'm smart. I know more than these men do and stuff. And like one woman kind of jokes at like the men's stupid jokes towards women. Um that always annoyed me.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, so she befriends one of the men and one of the pilots. Was she a pilot?
She,
She was a pilot, Vanessa.
yeah.
Um, why is my face like all of a sudden glowing? Hang on.
You're glowing, Danielle.
What's like white? Okay, sit back, I guess. Um, where was they at?
But yeah, so like
Anyways,
friends a lot of people. Um,
huh?
she befriends a lot of people that are working. A lot of them are in the same group that have just joined. And you can kind of see a different dynamic where it's like a part of the group believes that like the women that are there need to be treated equally, which is fair. And then you see the other half of it where it's like, we're not at equality yet, so we need to kind of let the men get away with stuff so that they give us our seat at the table, basically. Because there's one character who, when a man makes a sexist joke, she'll laugh and maybe she'll make one of her own or something like that. And the other women in the group are like, why would you
Yeah.
do that? Like,
Please.
so rude. It's like we need to put them in their place when they do that. And she's like, yeah, but if we do that, then we're not going to be allowed to be here anymore. And I see both sides.
Yeah, so she's the mission specialist, Lydia,
Yeah.
and she's kind of like she laughs at like the stupid jokes, but she's also very competitive with the women because she's like, if only one of us gets to go, it better be me. Like, um, anyways, a friendship forms between Joan and Vanessa. Joan also has like a hard family dynamic because her sister is a spoiled brat
Yes.
who ended up having a baby early and needs all this help, like raising the kid
And
and
doesn't really seem to understand how to be a mom. Like,
parent. Yeah. And Joan helps her with everything financially, like mentally. She like takes the little girl for weekends on
yeah.
end. Like it's insane. But um so a friendship develops between Joan and Vanessa. Um, I don't think Joan, so this is what we're talking about. I don't think Joan realizes that she's like a lesbian until she met Vanessa.
Oh, yeah. No, same. I agree.
Okay, that's why I was like, I don't think that's why they're saying, like, outright saying it, because, like, they're waiting, or the
Right, like, fitting
author is waiting for Joan to kind of realize her feelings for Vanessa,
hmm
too. And then she was kind of like, um,
Yeah. But I was just so confused by what you said because when I texted you, what I was asking about was, like, is anything actually going to happen between Joan and Vanessa? That's what I was wondering about. And then you were like, well, they don't outright say it. And so I was like, oh, well, that's a bummer.
well,
Like,
I
no,
think I said until later. I don't know.
I don't remember what you said. I feel like Mouse is going to make my table fall over. Give me a sec. Come here, baby. Come here. Oh, it's a mouse
Aww.
appearance. Hi, baby. You want to hear about? Oh my God, why are you wet? I'm sorry. I pick her up and she's wet. I don't know what's going on with these cats these days. But yeah, so I was confused what you were talking about because I was like, because then they get together and it's very obvious that they're together. But you were like, nothing happens like outright, and I was like, okay, so
Well,
we'll.
I thought you meant like then, and I wasn't to the point where they were like I got to the point where like they were a couple and stuff, but I didn't want to tell you that. And I didn't know if they ever told anyone because I wasn't at that point yet. But anyways, eventually it was like they kind of told people and they were like, "Oh yeah, we saw it all the time."
Yeah, which I
So
love
it's
that.
obvious. Um,
I always think they're being slick.
but the sister didn't had no idea,
Because
even
the
though
sister's a freaking narcissist.
yeah.
Like, the sister is so wrapped up in her own bullshit. Like, it's insane. Like, she angered me so much throughout this book because it was like, and I don't know if I don't want to give away too much of the end. Oh my God. My
I
friend,
think it I
this is
think it's
off topic,
because
but
huh?
this is off topic, but I got a text from I'm gonna cut this out. I got a text from somebody I work with. She recently broke up with her long-term boyfriend, and I just got a text from her. She just said, "Have I told you how hot my physical therapist is?" That was the text I just got. That's
Oh
why
my
we had to take a pause.
god.
Sorry. Um, okay, and back in.
I mean, you don't have to cut that out. That's funny. But
She's gonna be so mad though.
um I think we had such a hard time with the sister. I forgot what her name was. Barbara?
Uh,
Bridget?
Beverly?
Huh?
That sounds wrong. Beverly? It was B
No.
something.
I thought it was Barbara.
Barbara, that's it. Thank you.
Um,
Does
because of our own personal lives. But uh
she just irked me so much. And like, I don't know how much of the end I really want to give away, but like, I'm gonna give this part away because it doesn't really matter. But well, I mean, it does, but it doesn't. Whatever. Um,
Well, what are you gonna say? Don't
but
give
like,
away the very end of like what happened, though.
well,
I
no,
don't
I
think
was
we
gonna
should
talk about
spill
Fran.
those
I was
beans.
gonna talk about Francis, Frankie, whatever her name is.
The kid, Francis.
Francis, yeah. Um, I felt like Joan should have taken her in so much sooner. Like literally as soon as this random wealthy man came into the picture, and then she found out that this wealthy man never wanted kids. I was like, okay, so we're stepping in now. Action plan, two-bedroom apartment. What's going on? And then she
Yeah,
didn't. I was like, what's going on?
yeah. Um, I forgot what I was gonna say about that. Yeah.
It was just like, I don't know. Like, if I
Oh,
had,
because they were sending her to boarding school, which they did. They sent her the kid to boarding school in Texas, and like the kid wanted to stay there, and Joan's like, which
for a
the kid
holiday,
would talk to Joan about. I think she was 12 at the time, too.
mhm,
She would talk to Joan about like everything personal and like she hated the guy that he married and stuff, and that no, her mom married. Um, and stuff. So whenever the sister was like, she wants to stay there at boarding school, Joan was like, that's not right. And of course, like she called her and was like, are you really wanting to stay there? And she's like, yeah, because like the alternative is to go home and live with
yeah.
her mom, who she hated, and like the guy.
Yeah. And the fact that like her mom goes on so many tangents, Barbara goes on so many tangents about like, I just can't figure out how to raise this kid. And it seems so much easier with you and blah, blah, like all this stuff. I'm like, lady, that's because you don't know your kid. Like if you
No,
just,
and she doesn't respect her either.
oh, like if you just like sat down and like had a conversation with your daughter, like you guys would probably get along better. And like, you probably understand why she doesn't like this man that you've brought into the picture because I mean, even if like even if he's trying, whatever that means, if you don't want kids and then you get into a relationship with someone that has a kid, you're not going to automatically want to have kids. Like that's just unrealistic.
Yeah,
Like so even if he doesn't say it outright, I'm sure she can probably sense the fact that he doesn't really want her there. Like, I don't know.
yeah. But that is like a small part of the book. It's mostly about
I know.
um yeah, I know. Like we could go on and on about this stupid sister, but um it does go into a lot of like the talking about like the simulations that they have to go through in space, and I thought that would irritate me or I'd like glaze over, but it really didn't bother me at all.
Yeah. Well,
And
like the
it
part
felt like short wind too, like where
yeah,
they would just move it along and it would get to like more of the story part.
yeah. Well,
Um,
like also the part where you're hearing about like they're having to prep their bodies by basically drowning themselves, it's like that's insane. Like that's crazy.
yeah, because
Like,
I have to know how long they can hold their breath for.
yeah.
Um, I don't know what else I want to say about it though,
I
just
know.
because I don't want to give away the ending. I think
No. Like I feel like
Joan does go into space
yes.
and she comes back, and like then this other mission is when Vanessa goes and Joan is in like the hot seat. What do you like relaying the yeah, control, right? Is that um
And like I kind of wanted to talk about that a little bit too because it's like I know I'm seeing this from a very modern perspective. It's the 80s, whatever. let me live my life. But like that the exchange between Joan and the like head guy when he like blocks her at the door and is like
Oh yeah.
you basically saying like saying without saying it that like she needs to break things off with Vanessa in order to make sure that Vanessa isn't marked for sexual deviancy, which would keep her from being a part of this thing. And it's like, A, who told this man? First off, my money's on Lydia, but I'm not even going to get into that. If anybody would be
Yeah.
that much of a bitch, it would be that woman. But also, like if it's not causing any issues, like just ignore it. Like I know that's like kind of bad, like for today's society, but like it's not like they were like,
Well, it's not just like just ignore it, but it's like it doesn't affect you, so shut the fuck up. And that's kind
yeah,
of like how a lot of people should live their lives today whenever they see somebody that
accurate.
uh, people annoy me. But the book was really good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
I feel like the parts of this book that you and I could talk a lot about are the parts of this book where like they're not as important to the story.
probably, yeah.
Like, because I know we could talk a lot about like Barbara, Joan, and Francis. Like, I know we could talk about that triangle and like that kind of stuff. Like, I don't know. It's also like this book, it's not like the other ones where we can be like, oh, we're gonna talk about the end. So if you don't want to hear it, like just skip over it and like let the viewers decide what how much they want to hear. Like this one, you really need to keep the ending. It's kind of like the Nightingale. I think we did the same thing with that one where we like didn't give away the big punchline, basically.
Yeah, just because this is the ending's so good and what the
Yeah.
book was very well written. If you've ever read anything else by Taylor Jenkins Reid, um, she is a really good writer. I was worried about reading this though, just because um of the seven
Husband
husbands
of
of
Evelyn Hugo.
Evelyn Hugo, because that one was so. I think after the first three husbands, I was like, I don't care anymore, and I'm bored. Um, because that book it goes through like Evelyn's life and how she gets into all of her marriages and how each husband shaped her and stuff. And um,
Well, I also heard
yeah.
people say that like they felt like too close of a comparison between uh Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo and the like secondary story in A Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. I heard a lot of people talk about that, where it seemed like almost the same story.
Oh, really? I haven't heard that.
I didn't
But
know
that's not one of the huh?
I didn't know if you'd read Great Big Beautiful Life or not.
No, I haven't yet.
Okay.
That's like one of the few that I haven't read yet. Um, but I think so. What made us really want to read this, though, I don't know if you remember, but when we were at the um anniversary day of Novel Neighbor in
Oh
St.
yeah.
Louis, we were waiting in line for it to open, and so we could get in line for tattoos. Um, there was somebody in front of us who was talking about it, and we were like, wait, which book and stuff? And I was like, but I've read that one and I didn't like that one. And they were both like, well, atmosphere is completely different. Like it was so good. And
Yeah.
so we
And
were like, okay, I guess we'll read it.
like I'll be honest, when I started it, I did not like the writing style on it. But as we got into it more, I realized like when it's her like before the program, the flow is a lot more like real worldy. And then the more that she becomes ingrained in the program, it felt like things became a lot more rigid. So with that first section of the book being like a flash forward to her in the program, it made sense that it was more rigid. But I was worried at first because I don't like rigid writing like that. I'm having an issue with that with a book I'm currently reading where it's like I can only really read like maybe 40
What do you
pages.
mean it was more rigid? Like
Huh?
what do you mean it was more rigid?
It was more of kind of like a this happened, then this happened, and then she did this.
Oh,
Yeah. And
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I was nervous about
It
that.
wasn't, yeah, I do remember thinking that too. Like it wasn't that long in the book where it was like that though. I
Yeah.
think they were just trying to like fast forward maybe to when she got in the program.
Yeah.
Uh,
Um, I can I read my review?
yeah, of course.
Okay. I
No.
said I try and sauce up my reviews. I'm realizing this now. I don't mean to at the time, but I'm that's what I'm doing. I said I will never forget this book. I'm usually a bit skeptical of historical fiction as a genre, but this was perfection. Following the introduction of women in NASA gave me the same jitters I'm sure people who really experienced this moment in history felt. And the love story at the center of this book absolutely gutted me. It really shows that even though we've come so far with acceptance, we have to keep putting in the work in order to make sure history never repeats itself. This truly was a masterpiece.
Yeah,
So that's what I said. And like I said, I rated it 5 stars. So
I did not write a review.
I'm just trying to be better about my reviews this year. I have like a lot of like unnecessary goals for this year. Like get better at writing reviews for the books I read and I don't know. Sit outside and read more, like is another one. Like why? I don't like I read all the time as it is. Why does it have to be outside? But it's like I don't know. I need the sunlight, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, because if I'm reading on my couch, then I end up taking a nap or
True.
something. Um,
But I mean like this author is just so like polarizing, kind of the same thing we said with like the last book that we talked about. It's like either you love her stuff or you hate her stuff. And so when you were like, I did not like Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, I was like, oh, this is ooh.
I mean, I think like the writing, let me see if I even, gosh, um, what I rated it and stuff. Because I was like, I know I'm never gonna read it again. Okay, so I gave it 3 stars because like, and I did finish it. Um, it was good, but I think I just found it a bit, I guess, repetitive. Because I mean, she goes through like 7 husbands, and it's like a pretty good sized book. Um, even though it says it's 389 pages. The Goodreads pages are never accurate. I don't know.
You have to go through and find the right one.
Yeah. But I think I just got bored with it.
I
Yeah, I
guess
didn't write a review on that one either.
I mean, I don't know. I maybe this is an overstep, but I feel like you read historical fiction more than I do. Um,
Like, what else did I read?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I just thought you did. I don't know. Um, But like I think if I had read this before Nightingale, I might not have been as hesitant about another historical fiction. I think like this is a good starter historical fiction, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah, because it's, I mean, it is kind of based on real events, but it's not like, it's not as deep as The Nightingale, where it's, World War I, World War II. Like, people are dying all over the place. And, um,
yeah,
have you
I
ever read anything else by Taylor Jenkins Reid?
know. I
Oh, okay.
I kind of want to read Daisy Jones and the Six now
Yeah.
because I mean, I know it's like got musical elements. I know there's a movie based on the book and stuff, but I also know it's kind of rough. Like I said, people either love it or they hate it. So I don't know.
That one you can find used like everywhere. I
Yeah.
see it all the
Yeah, I
time.
would go to half price for that. But oh my gosh. Sorry, I just looked up.
Sure.
I had Josh the other day read a piece of a book um that I like I've been trying to get him to read this book forever, and finally he was like, because he got annoyed about something I said, he was like, well, where'd you read that? And I grabbed the book. It's a medical nonfiction, and I grabbed it and had him read it, and I asked him to put it back. I didn't realize he didn't put it back, he just put it on the shelf.
Ugh.
Like,
I thought you were gonna say there was a cat up there.
no, no, the cats are over here, over that way. But yeah, I'm gonna mention this book YouTuber again, and I'm gonna at some point I'm gonna make you watch her videos because I love her videos. But Brianna Kay just put out a video last night of her and her husband swapping books because her husband just started reading within the last like 3 months, and she gave him The Nightingale,
Oh, really?
and I was like, that's intense.
So I think, um, yeah, that's like if somebody doesn't read, I don't know. Did he like it or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I feel like to get Josh to read, maybe The
Well,
Art
actually,
Thief.
so he went and saw Project Hail Mary last night.
Oh, he did?
He did, and he liked the movie. And so I said, "Does that mean I can get you to read the book?" And he said, "Maybe."
Oh,
I know.
okay.
So
Um,
we'll see. I'm doing a thing right now. The video's not coming out for a while because I want to like take my time with it. But I'm doing a video right now where he picks what I read.
okay.
So that's one of the books I'm reading right now is because he picked it. So, and it's probably getting 2 or 3 stars, sadly. I hyped this book up so much in my head, and now I'm reading it, and I'm like, eh.
Maybe I'll have Josh, or not Josh, Dan or Sebastian pick one of my books.
Can I be honest? I
What?
think I think Sebastian would do better than Dan would at picking your book because he
I
also
mean, Dan could go a number of ways. He could either pick a book that's like purple or pink, or like find find one that like looks really cool. I don't know.
well, that's what Josh did actually is like because we had to do it like 3 or 4 times to find a book because he kept picking books I'd already read. And I'm like, in all of these books of things I haven't read, you pick the ones. And what was actually really funny was he brought 3 out and he was like, okay, close your eyes. I want you to like guess which ones you're holding and stuff. And I grabbed one and I like fanned it and I smelled it and I go, this is a Lynn Painter book. And he goes, how did you do that? It was better than the movies.
Oh my God. Have you read that book?
No,
But you're reading Fake Skating?
I am. So, Brianna Kay, once again.
It's a standalone?
It is. So Brianna Kay on Instagram does a book club um with her little reading rats, which I love that. That's so cute. And so the book that got picked was Fake Skating. And so I've been listening to it and girl, I am eating it up. I love it. I love it so much. It's so good. I'm close to the end and I'm very happy with it. It's really good. And it's my first Lynn Painter book, so and I have how many?
You have a couple.
I do. I have 3. So, and it's not one of the 3 I own. I'm listening to it.
And Brianna K,
B
like
R
Kay.
yeah, Bryana.
Oh wait, Bry.
She's so cute. Like genuinely just like the most precious being. Like I've
Oh
started
my
watching
God.
so
In
many,
this picture, she looks like Haley Pham.
they're besties.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like, she kind of looks familiar too, but
Like
okay.
that's how that kind of started. I started with Haley Pham. Then I went to Brianna
Oh,
Kay.
here's a picture of both of them together. That's
Yeah.
funny.
And then I found Ashlyn, who's also a friend of Haley's. and her husband both have booktube channels. So I just started watching her husband, but I'd been watching Ashlyn for a while. And I also started watching this girl, Allie. And I feel like somehow I'm like a mix of all four of their reading types. So like sometimes I end up liking the books that they recommend.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I really like their content and it makes me excited to read. So not that I'm not always excited to read, I guess, but like I don't know. I've been really enjoying that stuff.
I can't find the. Send me a link to the
To the book club.
book club thing.
It's
Yeah.
on Instagram.
I'm on Instagram.
Here, let me see.
No, is it like the stories or something?
No. It's like it's
Or
a
post.
it's like a message chain. How do I how do I send this to someone? No. Oh, here we go.
Oh, where they message you randomly and it's like a everybody?
Yeah, it's like a bunch of people, but like she only kind of makes it where you can respond like to her stuff. So like she has to send something out in order for you to be able to respond. But like you vote, we get to vote on the book. So I think the books last like for this month were Fake Skating, This Story Might Save Your Life by Tiffany Crum, The Names by Florence Knapp, and Lost Lambs by Madeline Cash, which actually like the other three books on the list were books that are on my TBR. And some of them are ones I've wanted to read for a while. And then Fake Skating got picked. I was like, okay. But it's actually I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it and yeah, I don't know, it's nice. Yeah, it's fun. I like having little book groups that especially ones like that where like I don't have to decide anything. You tell me
Yeah.
what I read. Um,
Is this better? Yeah.
but
I'm not glowing anymore.
uh but that actually leads me into I'm going to introduce what we're talking about in our next episode. Um, in our next episode, we are talking about probably one of the most anticipated uh book releases of 2026, Just Friends by Haley Pham. I'm really excited to not just talk about the book and the storyline, but I'm also really excited to talk about um just how interesting online culture has been towards this book. It has brought out some very protective instincts in me I didn't know I had. Because people are mean. People are so mean.
I can't wait to talk about it. And it's gonna be a little deep for me.
Yeah. And
Well, for both of us, but yeah.
but you mostly. Like, um, but I think it'll be a good conversation. I I I liked it. I don't know. We'll get into it more, but like
Stop, stop.
I'm really intrigued to hear what it's like to read a book like this from like your perspective, considering everything that's been going on lately and how much you're going to share on that, I don't know. But like, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
intrigued to hear your thoughts. So
I
we have
mean, it's getting better now. Like, I think,
I should mention,
like,
like in the video I put out, I didn't say anything of what was going on. So if people are watching, they're gonna be like, I don't
oh, I feel like anybody who's watching us who actually knows us, like,
know. Fair.
knows what's
That's true.
happening, I guess, or
That's,
happened. But,
I guess, yeah, I guess that kind of makes
uh,
sense.
we'll wait. I should finish. I should be able to finish it within the next few days, and then we can record. I want to record like immediately.
Yeah,
Um,
I have so
yeah.
much to say. I read it in 4 days, but let's just like wait on that.
So, okay, so back to Atmosphere. I think we covered like we'd both recommend it.
Yes,
Um,
read it.
I read all of it. Did you listen to any of it?
No, actually, what's really funny is that literally 10 minutes after I finished reading the physical book, Libby was like, "Here's your hold. Here's your loan from the for the audiobook." I was like, "Don't need it."
Like, yeah. Um, and then we both gave it 5 stars.
Yep.
Um, what are you reading now? I know we just recorded, but we didn't talk about what we're actually reading now.
I talked a little bit about what I'm currently reading. I'm begrudgingly reading Twilight.
Right.
No. Um, I'm listening to Fake Skating by Lynn Painter for the monthly Reading Rats book club. Um, which is actually this will be my first time participating in the book club, even though I've been a member of it for like 4 months. Um, Loving that. I'm 67% of the way through that. I am 32% of the way through Twilight. I'm listening to Good Girl Complex by Elle Kennedy, and I'm gonna soft DNF it actually. I'm 22% of the way through, and I'm listening to it, which I really like the audiobook. I just don't think I have the time for it right now because it's hefty. It's a lot. It's like 40 chapters.
Have
I
you ever read anything by Elle Kennedy?
Yes, Girl
Oh,
Abroad.
you
I've
have?
been begging you to
Oh,
read for forever
right. Okay.
because that was an incredible book. And I have another book of hers that I'm going to read soon called Love Song. That's like her new release. Literally the day it came out, I told Josh, I was like, "We're going to the bookstore today, and we're getting this book." The day it came out, and so we did. It's gorgeous. Wait, let me grab it. Um, it's so pretty. So like the cover's cute. Look at that cover.
Oh, cute.
And then look at that.
Oh, I like
If you can see
them.
it, the light's like kind of messing it up. There you go.
Yeah, I think I recognize it too.
Like the inside has this, which I don't like because it's like a different style of the characters than the front, which I know that's like whatever, but like it's just so cute. Um, but it's actually my goal to read this in June, I believe, like May or June. It deals with the topic of like pregnancy loss, apparently. And so I'm trying to read books that will hopefully help me kind of work towards that during the anniversary.
Yeah.
Um, Work through that, I guess, is more what I mean. And then I'm reading Time Loops and Meet Cutes. I'm 50% of the way through that. Josh picked it for me. I was very excited to read it, and it's kind of boring. Um, but it's okay. I think it kind of has to be boring. I mean, it's about a woman who relives the same day over and over. So like, what was I expecting? But like, yeah, I don't know. I was expecting more, I guess. What about you?
Um,
Yep.
well, Just Friends.
Yep.
And then I'm also reading The Seven Dials Mystery by Agatha Christie because I think it's Netflix. Is it them? Or Hulu just released a like 3 episode show on it. Um, yeah. For some reason I'm not reading like so many books at once this year. I'm just trying to like get through one at a time. But I did not make my like March goal. I haven't made any
Technically, it says
monthly goals at all.
technically it says I'm two ahead of my reading goal, but it's counting the books I've DNF'd. So if I, if it weren't, if it wasn't counting those, I'd be on schedule.
Does it really count them? I didn't know
No,
that.
Goodreads does now because they have a DNF shelf.
Oh,
So when you put it in the DNF shelf, it puts that as the end date.
oh, okay.
Yeah, it's real stupid, but whatever.
Um, but next, actually, I don't know what I'm gonna read next. I want to read like 5 books that I already have before I'm allowed to buy another one. Um, yeah.
I mean, that's something to aspire to. It's not going to happen for me,
Well,
but
I'm hoping that I can read like because I've been more in a reading mood. like the past week or so.
Mhm.
So maybe I can get through five quickly. Although I don't know what else I'd even buy besides like whatever we're going to read next for our podcast. Because I did buy Mistakes Were Made by Lucy Score like the day after it came out. So I really want to read that.
Oh, is that the next in that Story of My Life series?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because I loved the first one so much. Um,
Let Sebastian pick
oh,
or Dan.
well, and then I want to read uh what is it, Beautiful Creatures or whatever? Because the
Oh,
Netflix show is coming out, or movie is coming out in May, the beginning of
is
May.
it?
Yeah, it's
Remarkably
coming out
Bright
soon.
Creatures. That's it.
What is it?
Remarkably Bright Creatures.
Did I say Beautiful Creatures? I
Um,
think I'm stuck on that title though, and that's what I keep calling. Oh, yeah. But this book, the Agatha Christie one, oh my God.
not gonna show it, Danielle.
Whatever. I bought it last week, so I was like, I really want to read this. And whenever I got it from Libby and like downloaded it or tried downloading it to my Kindle, it like wouldn't download. Or
Oh,
no, it was on Hoopla. I think I had to wait for it on
that's
Libby.
weird.
Yeah, sometimes with the older books too, they're like especially weird. Um, and I didn't want to read it on my phone, so
Sure.
I just bought it from the new local bookstore that you have to come and visit, the Partners in Crime.
Oh yeah, is it
Oh
cool?
my, oh my God, I love it so much. Yeah, I bought a candle. Sarah bought a pin that's like a stereo and it says Spice Girls on
Hell yeah.
it. Yeah.
Well, I think that's our episode. We got off track, but it wouldn't be an episode of our podcast if we didn't get off track. Um,
All
follow,
right.
subscribe.
Like and subscribe, follow us on Instagram.
Yep. Dodson does stuff on Instagram and TikTok and soon YouTube. I'm working on it. So that's fun. Um,
Mine's like Danielle Roy something. I don't know.
yours is consumed by books, I thought.
I changed it though, because I'm like, I'm not posting anything about books. Like, I don't know. I got in my head about it again. So
Well, follow her.
I'll post more.
Yes.
All
But
right.
we
We'll
will see
see
you
you
next
next
time.
time. Bye.